So soy is bad?
Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? Should you use it as a meat substitute?
So is it good or bad? Things they will not teach you in school about being a woman. Conventional pads and tampons can make your period worse because of how they are. It can be overwhelming to see so much content online about your health and you don't even know where to start. 80% of women worldwide suffer with a hormone imbalance and up to 70% are unaware. But you don't have to look far. I was at brunch with a bunch of girlfriends one day and one said, "I wish I could wake up in the morning and just not be tired." As I looked around the table, there were about 12 of us. Everyone seemed to be agreeing, and I was shocked. Being tired has become so normalized, and many women are suffering at some level, whether it's having no energy in your mornings, or having hair growing in places you don't want it to be growing, or having been diagnosed with a condition like PCOS or endometriosis. And often the only solution we're given is to suppress our hormones with hormonal birth control, which can't ever balance our hormones as it's suppressing them. So is estrogen the common problem? What can we do to be our biggest health advocate? What are steps we can take to start supporting our bodies? Today, I'll be diving into these questions and support our hormones, especially healthy estrogen levels in our body. Hi, I'm Kiran, hormone balance coach, and this channel is dedicating to empowering women to support their hormones and live their most vibrant life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hit subscribe. To start, we need to understand what a hormone imbalance is. So for simplicity's sake, we're going to use 3 of our hormones: estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Estrogen, often referred to as a female hormone, plays a huge role in our health. It's what gives us our shape when we're young girls. It helps form our breast tissue and helps us develop from girls into women. It's important for our bone health, among so many other things. Progesterone is our calming hormone. It's so important in regulating our cycle. And testosterone, often considered a male hormone, is also important for women because if you have too little of it, you can see symptoms of fatigue, brain fog, sleep problems, and so on. Now, our hormones are interconnected. In this image, you can see a woman's cycle, how it shifts throughout the month. You can see testosterone changing. You can see progesterone peaking at day 21 approximately of this 28-day cycle, but they're all interconnected. For example, if you have extremely low progesterone, that is one of the reasons for estrogen dominant systems. This is when women have headaches, they're having migraines a week before their period, fibrocystic breasts, cysts on their ovaries, PMS, which is your body signaling inflammation in your body and a sign for you to have a deeper conversation with what's going on. Let's understand estrogen. So there are 3 different types of estrogen that we have: E1, E2, E3. Our liver is what eliminates estrogen from our body. So today we are going to learn how to support it. There is a protective pathway that our liver puts estrogen down and a not so protective pathway. So we need to learn how to support the protective pathway. So the 2-hydroxy pathway is considered to be more protective in women against estrogen-related cancers because the 2-OH metabolites have a weaker ability to stimulate estrogen receptors. So it's associated with a lower risk of breast cancer or other estrogen-related cancers. Whereas the 16-OH pathway produces metabolites that are more potent in their estrogenic effect. So the balance between these 2 pathways can be influenced by our lifestyle, our environment, and the foods we're eating, etc. It's a complex area of research, so I always want to leave a disclaimer to always consult a professional for personalized advice and information regarding your unique situation. I'm showing you an example of what my estrogen ratios looked back years ago. This is from my Dutch test, and this is something that I offer clients in my Hormone Harmony Academy. So you can see the 3 pathways, the 2-hydroxy pathway, the 4-hydroxy pathway, and the 16-hydroxy pathway, you could also see what a healthy expected percentage is. So we want majority of our estrogen to be going down the 2-hydroxy pathway, 60 to 80% there. So when we look at my 2-hydroxy pathway, it is under the low range on this diagram. 60 is the minimum of the range, and it was at 59.7. So it was under the cutoff. My protective pathway was not being optimized. It was low. And we can see that our not so protective pathway, 13 to 30%, I'm at 31%. So I'm on the higher end. No wonder I was experiencing symptoms in my own body, in my own cycle, my periods, and so on. We need to be taking steps to get that excess estrogen out of our body by supporting our liver. So let's go through those together. Estrogen accumulates in your body. You know, estrogen's in our environment. Just think your water, think plastic containers, think your makeup, menstrual products, whatever it might be. Traditional tampons and pads, they are chemically bleached. They are sprayed with glyphosate sprayed on them, which is banned in many countries. And then when we are touching that to our very absorbent vagina, our vagina is going to soak it all up and make our symptoms worse. So in order to support our liver, making sure this incredible organ that is doing 500 plus things for our body is working, we need to lessen its load. Your perfumes, this is your body sprays, this is the foods that you're eating, this is the drugs that you're taking. By using these chemical products, you are increasing estrogen in your body. Estrogen isn't a problem. It is fantastic and it's needed in our bodies. It's very easy to have estrogen dominance in the culture we're living in. We're not taught about the harsh chemicals put in our period products or our makeup. So you've got to minimize your exposure. Next, you need to make sure you are adequately intaking fiber into your body. Insoluble fiber is what's going to bind to that estrogen and eliminate it through your body. Flax seeds are excellent. They really support our protective pathway in the liver. So do our B vitamins. They're also great. The cabbage family, look to your bitters, your dark leafy greens. Those are also fantastic. So what this is going to do is this is going to reduce the buildup of your free floating estrogen, and it's going to change the composition of your gut, which is what we also need to talk about, because your gut composition, that is also going to impact the way that your body eliminates estrogen. So you want to make sure that you have a healthy gut microbiome. I will link this video below, which dives into how you can begin to build and repair your gut, as well as has a gut health quiz in there so that you can do a little quiz to see where you're at today. Now, when it comes to animal products, dairy in particular, you're adding hormones to your body. This is going to mess with your estrogen. So if you're intaking dairy at any level, make sure that it is organic, grass-fed, grass-finished meats. And I would highly recommend you work with a practitioner so you're making sustainable changes to your diet. But really think about it. The hormones in the dairy is just an added load for your liver. In our house, I don't drink milk. If it's in something, I'll have it. When I was deep into healing my gut, what I did was I stuck to A2, goat cheese, sheep. These are easier to digest on our body as opposed to A1 protein, which comes from cows. Nuts are also wonderful. Soak them if you feel like they're not being well digested in your body. What I'll do is I'll put water in a bowl, soak my nuts overnight. In the morning, I'll have them. Be mindful when you are eating. Sit down, make it a practice. Breathe a little bit and then enjoy your meal. All of this is going to impact what's digested and ultimately what's absorbed in our body. Next, you need to be hydrating. Oh my gosh, you need to be having regular bowel movements every single day. How else are these excess chemicals and buildup, how is it going to get through and out of your system? So make sure that you are hydrating along with the fiber. Now, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. Listen, this does not need to be one massive shift. You can take one thing that I mentioned in this video and do that consistently every single day. You need to understand that your body didn't get to where it is today overnight, so it's going to take time. Don't expect for you to be fixed and totally healed in 2 weeks. So to implement this habit, allow it 3 cycles. And if you are a woman who is in menopause or beyond, you've got the lunar cycle. I've shared content about that over on my Instagram. All right, I'm leaving you 3 links in the description: the gut health video for you to watch, my Instagram link for you to follow where I post daily content, my 10 steps to balance your hormones naturally e-guide, as well as the link to get on the waitlist for our Hormone Harmony Academy so that we can work together. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to join our family. Drop your questions below. What do you want me to talk about in future videos? As always, I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. Bye. I wanna know your name. Baby, you're bubbly and radiant. You got some flavor and I'm trying to savor it. Palm gripped on the fruit.